so still on the run from the law. But we've got a goal now, right? Well, a new goal. We're going to take the soothsayer's head and try to get here. It wants to go there. Perhaps there will be great power that'll come to us from doing so. In order to get there, we could run through the Witchwood, but that looks like it's just going to face us with more law, just like we're facing down here. So what I think we should do is cut down to the fishmonger camp, take free shipping over, geez, I'm not sure where, I guess to the Dusk Falls, and then walk up this way. This is what happened in my first game of it. We got doomed here, but it seems like a reasonable plan. This is a road. I have become more and more convinced that moving cautiously is actually a bad idea because you're drawing more danger cards. You're upping the level of risk everywhere on the board, so you want to move boldly as often as you think you can get away with, as long as there's nothing else going on. In addition, there's some advantages to bold movement, like you can drop, you can explore and stuff like that when you're resting, but that's not really movement. The danger, of course, is that you need to rest after bold movement, which puts you in the same, you might need to rest, which puts you in the same position as moving cautiously, except that you're in more danger. The advantage, though, well, killing things isn't necessarily bad. If you fight things and win, you're reducing the risk level in a space, and you're helping keep things down. So it's cautious just seems to generate more problems all over the board, is just my feeling. Initially, it was entirely what I wanted to do. So we're going to run down to the graveyard. This is a road, so we can do that. We don't have to have it explored yet. And I think there's nothing else exciting to have happen here. So we'll draw our danger card, which tells us, well, the blasted heat. We don't really have to read this. Clouds of ash are seen on the horizon, kicking up hordes of daemons marching across the blasted heath. So now we look for the blasted heath, and I think that's this number, which means I have to dig up a 5 to put over there. Okay, then we keep reading. This doesn't really matter. The blasted heath is actually a space within a space. What? I don't know. Outdoors 2. Well, we're actually indoors 1. That's even worse. So, yep, we got problems. All right, let's make sure we see the special indicators there. We're going to get an encounter card. It's a resolve immediately. The Void Ceremony. Your enemies enact a dark ritual to contact something from the other side. Oh, this happened in the game I played with my wife. This is how we found an epic monster. Conjuring forth a doorway to the spirit world and the shimmering realms beyond. At the end of each combat round, place a number of wounds on this card equal to the total XP value of the monsters in the space, including monsters that are dazed or not including those that are dazed or hexed. At the start of the combat round, if there's 5 or more wounds on the space, a void gate shows up. At the start of the combat round, if there are 13 or more wounds, search the Epic Monster deck and discard the pile for the Serpent Lord, and it joins the fight this round. Then remove all counters from this card and discard it. Well, great. This is something where more people causes kind of a problem because you're going to be generating more more markers on this than you would with just like 1 or 2 people. And now we're going to be getting 5 monsters. Let's take a look. Corpse Golem. Okay. He is a dimwit and endless. Endless means if there's a witch in the party, he can't be killed. Dimwit means his attack is a random roll for the first turn of the game. He's going to be attacking whoever has the least magic. And that's one of these 2. So he's an option. We've got a witch. She has summon. She'll be summoning more critters each turn, so she has to die. She has a curse effect. I don't remember as an arrival. That's going to cause a luck loss if you fail. the check, and she's going to go after whoever has the most magic. Well, that's clearly him. A Death Knight, that doesn't sound good. Heavy, heavy armor. I'd like him to try to take that out, because he can ignore 2 armor if I recall correctly. He's going to go after the least con. 766, that's one of those 2. And he has this Necro ability. Each time you receive wounds from this, you lose experience to the creature. No big deal if you have no experience, but everybody's got a little bit piled up, so that's kind of a problem. A Goat Brute. He has Berserk. Berserk's a problem. Most of these are. The monster gets +2 attack on its first round in the fight unless it's dazed. Yeah, that's not likely to happen, but it can. And he'll be going after whoever has the most morale. That's up here. Now, one nice thing is he can steal with a quick effect someone. And we have a cultist here who has summon as well. Cultists might work for the endless. Let me make sure. Cultists might also have to be killed. Nope, just witches. Okay. Nope, this is a witch as well. Yeah. And this goes to highest morale. That'll be here. I gotta make a decision on these guys and try to figure out what my plan for the battle is. And that's one of the kind of cool things is, because you have a party, because you have to distribute different capabilities, because you have sniping ability and all that, there's some real decision making to be made as to how you're going to fight any given set of monsters. Funny, I usually don't like a lot of optimization type problems and stuff, but something like this I kind of like. Yeah, I want to take this one. Oh, you better take this one because then I don't have any monsters on me, and then I'm free to pick off that kind of decision making. I kind of like. I don't like I want to be in this hex because then my zone of control is preventing you from going there, and you'll have to attack 2 of my units. And then when I'm trying to get the attack, if I can only move this an extra hex, I could get there. That kills me. That's the part of wargaming I hate. Whereas, this kind of selection is fine, target selection and stuff. But this is not easy to do. And the downside is really, it takes a few minutes to figure out where you want to apply different, how you want to associate these different things. Same way Mage Knight can take a while to figure out how you want to attack a particular problem. The thing I really like about this in comparison to Mage Knight is it's probabilistic, right? With Mage Knight, and yeah, I'm just babbling and not playing. With Mage Knight, you're sitting there with a hand of cards and you can figure out exactly how to do the thing you need to do. And there's either a solution to the puzzle or there isn't, and you just know that. Here, you're looking at, well, how can I min-max my odds of winning this situation or getting out of this with a overall positive results or whatever, which I just prefer a great deal. And it's one of the reasons I like luck in a game rather than deterministic type games. I feel like you can play more by gut. You don't feel like, there has to be a solution. I'm just not fucking seeing it. Or there's no solution and I'm screwed. So the luck means that there's some chance that you're going to succeed with something. Now, there's some luck in Mage Knight, but it usually isn't factored into your decision-making process. Usually once you come to the decision-making process of launching an attack, you can absolutely deterministically figure out whether or not you're going to succeed. It's just completely calculable at that moment. And that leads me to tremendous AP. Whereas, hey, if I get an odds wrong a little bit, that's no big deal. But if I can't figure out how to solve this puzzle and there's a solution that I'm not seeing, that's an issue. Yeah, honestly, if there's no solution, it's also an issue in terms of, hey, either way I come out losing, but I feel really stupid if there's a solution and I don't see it. I don't feel as stupid as if I choose a slightly less optimal distribution in a game like this. Fortunately, as I'm trying to make this decision, this guy who has this provoke ability, it wouldn't be too bad. I could assign the corpse golem to anyone with the lowest magic, which happens to be me or the sharpshooter. If I gave it to the sharpshooter, I could then provoke it and pull it over to me, but then the sharpshooter's got to cope with this piece of shit. So I've got to take it on in order to allow him freedom to act. So I can't provoke to grab that. Now this one I can't take, and I may want to take this later because he's pretty tough. And this is the guy who can handle the most in hand-to-hand, although he is a little wounded and maybe doesn't want to have too much. So he's going after the least con. Huh. Oh, there was no choice there. He's there. We only have one person with a 6 con. But I probably want to pull something off of him when I go. But these guys get an attack before I get to go because his perception is lower. Now there's other options to this. There's an ability, there's a skill that allows you to jump in, lurker I think, to jump in, and the low level of it is to move last in the round. The higher level of it allows you to jump in where you want. Often the perceptions are about the same, so people can jump in where they want anyway. Okay, and this happens at the end of the round. So we distributed the things. He wants to go last out of the different players who are going. Let us try to figure out, I gotta make sure that none of these minuses are in play. I forgot to make con checks for everyone. Shit. Yeah. Gotta pay attention to what the hell I'm doing. I can't find any dice. I want to test this out, my new dice tray. It was a fruit basket. See how it works. I don't usually like these things, but maybe I can be converted. Alright, so he has to make a contest. He failed, which means he's going to get... Oh, what the hell is it? This was the forced march. A fatigued marker. Now we got to look for that. Unfortunately, and the review that I linked to mentions this. These are double-sided, and sometimes it's hard to get things where you want them. That just means he can't force march until that's fixed. We're probably going to want to rest after this combat anyway. Another con check. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm going to call that a success, but this thing interferes with the roll of the dice too much. Over here, he's fine, and up there. Now another option is he could stay behind and rest, and the rest of the party goes on without him. That could be dangerous to both sides, but we could see. Okay, because then they could like do stuff in the village or something. I don't know. Splitting the party is not necessarily a bad idea. So I gotta decide who's doing the first thing and what comes of it. I'll come back in a moment. I'll probably resolve some of the stuff and talk about it. I don't want to go into too much detail of what's happening, but we forgot the arrival. So he has to make a magic test, which he's pretty good at. He succeeds, no problem. And any other arrival abilities sitting around? I don't see any. So that's it. Kind of a painful situation. I've got more, still haven't done anything, right? I've got more things that I really need to deal with. I need to deal with the summons. There's 2 guys with summon. Those are problems. Venom, that'll poison someone, I think. That's what it sounds like it should do. Yeah, which reduces constitution and makes them easier to die. The person who's poisoned, that is. So these 2 are easier to kill, but difficult to take out. This guy is tough to kill, but he's got a lot of armor, and I've got a lot of armor-piercing capabilities. I'm going to throw that at him. I'm going to hope the wizard can kill things off with his shockwave. and not too much damage comes of all this. So I'm going to open up with him. I drop this on there. Attack perception range ignores 2 armor. Okay, perception is 8. I need the other red die. I get 1 purple die in there. Deadeye shot. I can swap the power die in there as a quick action, so I'm doing an assault. I haven't chosen everybody's actions. That should have happened already, but I think. I don't know. Okay, 9. That is not my perception, and I can't fix this. I can't make it so that I hit. I think this is an ugly fight. What is this? If I kill a monster, if I shoot a monster who had no wounds to begin with ranged combat, I can do them in. I'm not going to be doing that. I've expended my shot, though. I am going to re-roll a die in order to try to get less than a 5 on it. Fuck. I mean, I'm only going to do 4 damage anyway, but I spend again. Son of a bitch. I gotta keep spending. And I have wasted all my luck for no good purpose. Okay. He's done his action. Let's go over to him. What's he up to? He's got his blunderbuss. He can just do a die's worth of damage to the target. But it's not allowed. It doesn't have it doesn't have any armor piercing capabilities. So we'll fire that off. I don't have to actually do anything here as far as I can see. I just need to roll 2 dice. What do I want to shoot as my target? Do we have a swarm anywhere? We don't. Those are better to kill. I am going to try to kill, I think, the Moon Witch, because that venom could be dangerous. I need to roll a 6 to kill it, though. And that's kind of the problem. Awesome. Well, I'm not going to expend on trying to improve that. Now we're to him. And he's got problems. He was hoping something would be dead. Right. Okay. And this guy, I don't care which way he did it. Does he care? He does not care either. And he could have done it either way. Yeah. Okay. This is interesting. You can't. I've been cheating with this. You can't attack with this if you've got the bullet on it. But you can attack with strength and melee if you haven't fired it. I find that a little disturbing. That's not how I read it, and that's not how I played it, because it's anti-intuitive. I feel like, if anything, you probably don't want the damn thing loaded when you smack somebody with it. I'll probably just keep playing with it the way I have, just because it makes more sense to me. You fire it and then you slap somebody over the head with it. That's probably what they intended, but because it doesn't specify. Although, yeah, it does not specify anything, any restriction on hitting someone with it, but I feel like that's intended. I could quick action this to daze a monster. Well, gosh, I don't know what daze does. Fuck. Now, time to look at the rolls. So much of the game is going to be this. The attack is reduced to half. That might not be a bad idea at this point. Oh, I got my pistol. Ha. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. He is neither a construct nor an epic monster. I'd like to cause him problems. So, well. Okay, this is a quick action, so I just have to make a magic test on this, which I'm good at. I succeed, so he gets a dazed counter if I can find one of those. Reds are probably for monsters. Okay. And with his big 6 attack, that's probably a good idea. Now he is dazed, I don't know for how long. That'd be worth looking up. Just for life. Till the end of the current fight. Okay. That has just weakened him significantly. I gotta worry about killing humans. I don't think I've done that yet. I'm allowed to make my attack. I'll do a shock wave. That does not require that I be in assault position, so I'll be in guard, I guess. And I'm not actually making an attack because this is my combat action. I'm doing this instead. So my red dice are going to be a magic test. Okay. I rolled an 8. That's successful. I did 2 wounds to each of these. The armor protects. And my defense sucks. What am I going to be taking? Well, I'm allowed to use my power die against one of these, so I'd be taking 3 and 4 is 7 hits. Oh, I have my pistol. Shit. 7 hits, I would be taking 6, essentially. My agility is only a 7, so it's going to take me a lot of luck. So I'm going to, I guess, take all those hits. What the fuck does Necro do? Oh shit, Necro kills my experience though. Still, I don't think it's likely that I'm going to be able to avoid this. So now I get a poisoned marker. If I can find that. Let me come back. -1 to my constitution. I think that's until recovery, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's just poisoned, so that lasts until recovery. And now we come, and that reduces the number of hit points I have, so he's kind of getting close to dying. Now over here, his problem, he has not yet committed to the assault, but he probably will, because he gets to get a bonus against this. This he can't do if he's got anybody against him. Okay. I gotta remember my agility's at -1. I'm gonna have to do an assault if I want to be better at killing things. That gets me an extra power die. I think killing this is important. We're in trouble here. There's no question. Extra power die. So we go to assault. And let's see what we figure out. Okay, a 5 hits. My power dice give me only 3 hits. That is enough to kill this. 9 on defense, though, does butt kiss. And since I wasn't in guard, I've got problems. My problems, 2 armor, well, let's see how big he is, because I'm taking 1, 2, 3. He's +2, 4, 5. Yeah, this isn't good. Let me do the 3 hits on him. He's not dead. He needs 4. Shit. This was just a horrible. Yeah, we're very screwed here. Do I want to blow some luck? I mean, I'm worried we're dying here if I'm not careful. And I never get to use my ability that I aimed for the luck. To try to keep my luck up. Oh, fuck. It's a tough game, man. It really is. You know, we had to take a mulligan on the first attack. I had to spend necessary resources on that second attack. This is really hurting. Okay. If we get killed all here, that's all you're going to see of this game. may play it solo without video. Okay. I mean, I can re-roll a die and hope that I get higher than a 3. Just 50-50. That'll prevent one monster. All right, I have no luck. Fuck that, man. Can't do it. And no one else can do that for me. So yeah, I do 3 to that, and I miss my attack, which means I don't know how big he is. We roll a die for him. He's only strength 2, because he's a dimwit. He doesn't hurt me. He pisses on my breastplate. He's a 6, though, so that's 4. And another 1. So 5 more hits puts this up to 9. Now, I got a lot of damage I can take, but it's not good to get this beat up. Now we resolve this fucker. And the XP value of the monsters in this space. Well, when does summon take place? Interesting question. This monster at the end. Okay, so I think we give it the counters first, and then we do the summons. It'll make things a little easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 counters went on here. That means I need more blood, and my bitchies are being really loud today, aren't they? I love the Stellars, but man, they can be a pain in the ass. And no, those are outside. I don't have pets. Okay, if there's 5 or more wounds on this counter, the Void Gate will show up. If there's 13 or more, we're going to get this Serpent Hell. We're fucked. We could run away. There's always another way, as Orlanth would put it. Actually, Arnaldi, but Arnalda. But Orlanth has to follow that. Okay, well, maybe we can run away. So now we have 2 summons that occur at the end of this, and I think that's it. Okay, we got a Skinwalker who will be going after whoever has the most damage on them, I guess. That's going to be him. That's not good. We have to worry about his fear effect. And then the most con, that is him as well. This is a Vampire Duchess, another witch, who's going to curse and has this Drain 2 ability. All right, let's see what we have here. Well, yeah, we're on another round now. There's some capability for shifting things, but I don't think we want to do that, although he's in some potential problems. It's really hard to think with him bitching. Drain, the monster recovers a wound if it gave wounds. So this is something we want to kill all at once. Unfortunately, there's the Dimwit, who's pretty potent on his own. Okay, the Curse. This monster, the target must make a magic check, otherwise he... Okay, well, he's not good at magic. He's got a problem, superstition. When he fails this, he also becomes suppressed. Luckily for him, he succeeds and passes the check. And we had a fear effect. That affects everyone. Everybody has to make a morale check, otherwise they're stunned until the end of the turn. Nobody's got that. Okay, let's check him. He's fine. Now we go to the weak morale people. Stunned. Until the end of the turn. Oh, he was stunned. He didn't need that, but he got another one for this turn. He just rolled the 2 dice. He didn't really need his power dice anyway. He gets a stunned. And then up above, he passes it. Phew. Okay. I need a little bit of a break in the middle of this combat. Coming forth, can we handle all this? I mean, there's more coming, you know? And it just keeps getting worse. If we can't kill off the summons, we're in a lot of trouble. But we're almost certain going to be seeing this massive monster here. And maybe we want to run away. Well, how the hell do we do that? Yeah, oops. There's a reason that I keep the rules over here where I can't read them because the light's, well, the light's actually probably better. And then flip through. I gotta tell you, like I had to look up the void gate. I placed the void gate here at the beginning of the round. But then I had to look that up because I didn't remember, does that automatically increase this? You're gonna be doing a lot of lookups like that too. If you're lucky. If you're not lucky, you'll forget to think of, hey, is there a rule that applies to that? And you'll just play through. We did that on our first playthrough where we missed some important things because nothing, there just isn't enough. There's too many little rules, right? There's a lot of little rules in this, and they're not all intuitively obvious. Like the idea that a void gate comes up might or might not do that. Well, you may or may not think of that. Turns out it doesn't unless there was already a void gate there. But, okay, so now under combat, running away, this will be your entire action. You still get shot at, and you make an agility test and try to escape. Now, somebody like this could escape no matter what, but, geez. And a lot of our firepower has been used up on the last round. It feels like we kind of want to, but I don't know what our chances of getting away safely might be. And what happened in the game that my wife and I played, I died and I had the head. And so the head got discarded so we could no longer complete that mission. And on top of that, the Serpent Lord, she ran away before things got to the summoning of the Serpent Lord, but we decided the Serpent Lord would get summoned anyway if we didn't interfere with it. Since we saw it happening, it has to be completed. So the Serpent Lord showed up, so I brought in a character who could pretty much kill the Serpent Lord, but we were left with no head anymore and wandered off to Gutfish Ford. Well, that's where I started, and with the new character, and ended up, with this really kind of a loser mission out of all the choices of what can happen with the head. Basically, if you fail with the head, that's all you're given an option for. So I kind of don't want to do that again and walk down that path, so I'm going to go all or nothing and try to kill these fuckers off. And if I fail, I fail. And you get to see less of the game than maybe you would if I succeeded, but I get to be done with it and mark it off on my bucket list of crap to get done. Okay. And yes, it is a painfully hard game for me. I know the other reviewers like, well, the only time I ever failed was when this bubbled up. Yeah. Well, maybe that's because you were being cautious. And maybe the fact that I'm bold. We managed to finish a scenario going cautious, but it was beginning to look like the world was going to bubble over very soon during the second scenario that we saw. So what am I doing? I am going to try to kill things. Okay. We will go with him first, I guess. I am allowing him to attack with this. He's going to attack with strength, which isn't his best thing. And he gets a power die in there. He'll be assaulting. We'll do it this way. And what does he want to finish off? Well, shooting this doesn't help anymore. So I could plink one of these two. This one's worth more. I'll go for that. Hey, let me go first then. Okay. What do we got here? He succeeds. His power die is a 5. He kills the hell out of it. And the Moon Witch is now dead. And that's a good thing. And remember, if some of the characters survive and the others are defeated, those others aren't dead. If a breast action can be done, we're in okay shape. I don't think a void gate makes an area perilous. I don't know. You'd have to look that sucker up. Okay, let's go to the next guy over here. What's he got? Not much. Without his blunderbuss, he sucks. If we do him first, he could throw his pistol over and say, hey, here's a weapon, as long as he doesn't use the pistol. But then all I'm getting is the shockwave, which probably can't hurt that. And nobody can take that fucker away from him. He's in a lot of trouble, actually. And I might as well be shooting the pistol myself, right? The shockwave's not going to be very, very effective. It's only lowest die. So let's go. Let's do him. Does he want to attack and try to plink off another one of these summoners? I think that's probably not a bad choice. So I'm going to physically attack. Now this is my combat action to reload. So I'm going to physically attack. And that'll be an assault. Seven, that works. I rolled a 5. That means I'll be doing 3 hits. So I get a kill. Okay. I mean, we're trimming into them. Over here, what about him? Well, I have to attack this fucker, which isn't good. It only ignores 1 point of armor. And I can do this guarded, which means I get everything except this, except I have no power dice. I forgot with him. I hope he didn't need his power die to succeed at that roll. I think he didn't. I think he had a 5 or something on one of his attack dice. Certainly, he only needed to do 1 point against that thing. Okay, so I got to shoot the thing in front of me. I'll be using my perception, which is 8. That's not good. However, I do block, and as this only has a half attack, my block is successful. If I do a 3 attack, I only do 1 point of damage to him. So I'm not going to spend luck on re-rolling that, I guess. Oh, fuck. If he hits me... Oh, if he does damage, and he didn't do any damage. So I'm going to put him off, although that's summoning our hell. And everybody's gone except him. He's in trouble. Boy, is he in trouble. What can I do? I could attack with strength without... Kind of neat thing, my agility being low doesn't hurt me on my attack. This is an agility weapon. It's a strength weapon. I could attack with a defense in play, and I think that's probably a good idea. I think I'm going to go guarded. That gives up a lot of my benefits, but I don't have any armor-piercing capabilities. What do I want to kill? I don't know. What does slime do? It's going to say the person's slimed. Yeah, you get slimed. Great. Which means we have to look for slimed. And we can look for this in one of 2 places, either here or in the rulebook. Slimed is -1 to agility. Well, that doesn't sound good. Drain 2 doesn't sound terrible. Yeah, let's try to kill this, I guess. I don't want to be slimed. It sounds gross. And that's kind of cool because being guarded might not be so bad. Okay. Well, my attack sucks, and I have no luck. My defense sucks. I can defend against 1 thing with a 6. He is a 6. I could just prevent his damage. I actually have an 8 defense against anything. So I think I live with being slimed. I prevent his damage. Who's that, Alf? So he does 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Is that going to kill me anyway? Damn near. But there's not a damn thing I can do about it. I have no luck. I have no no abilities that can help me. We're doomed. And yeah, I failed to kill anything. We're just not getting rid of the monsters quickly enough. We're not even reloading. Yeah, we're pretty fucking hosed here. And what else? Yeah, this just sucks. I guess that's all. Oh, I get a slimed marker because I got slimed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more experience going on here. That's enough to get this to pulling out the Serpent Lord and adding it to the game. These can go away. And this could actually show up again over here. I'll refresh it. The Serpent Lord is present. This becomes a dangerous space, I think. It's pretty big. It actually can't normally be in a blue area. It's a green and red critter, but the special summons allows it to be there. And it's going to go to whoever has the highest perception, which is any of these three. And remember, we can reallocate things. At the same time, we still have a summon left. Or did I kill them all off? I think we killed off all the summoners, which helps a little bit. The fight was going a little too long, and I had to walk away from it when the Swipant Lard came. Lard? He's got a Petrify Arrival ability. Each adventurer in the monster's space must make an agility test. If you fail this test, you'll be stunned until the end of the fight. If you have a shield, however, it'll be a bonus to your agility test as opposed to a normal penalty because you can hide behind it and not see its scary face. The artwork in this is interesting. I have to give it that. I know it's another one of these metal-inspired things from what I can see online, but, you know, I'm not used to this. This looks almost like Gru or something, you know. And go back to an older era. It looks like some of the cartoony fantasy stuff that, yeah, some of it would show up in Heavy Metal Magazine. There's no question. Some of this kind of stuff too. So I suppose I do kind of recognize this a little bit close. And the same with the Cave Evil stuff. I do kind of recognize it. I just don't think of it as metal, even though, because to me that was always a fantasy magazine, regardless of its name. And his other abilities are Venom, which is fine. He's got a couple armor, a lot of hit points. I wish I had the character who killed him in my other game. So, who's got the weakest perception? Yeah, that's our... Oh no, who's got the highest? That's anybody but him. And this is kind of a problem. Okay, can we get away? Well, who do we want to give him to? I think this guy's got problems anyway. He may be dead. Let's have him take it. Yeah, I guess. Do we have anything that's going for the lowest con? Probably not, because... Okay. And we have to make those tests against agility here. So he's actually got an agility of 8 for this, which is still a failure, and I need to get a stunned, but instead of the normal stunned, this is till the end of the fight, I believe. Right? Not a recovery. Yeah. Okay. This is going to make it even more likely that we don't go forward. Over here, yeah, he's getting one too. Oh, we're in so much trouble. Over here, I think we gotta run. I think there's no question about that. The question is whether we survive in any quantity. I gotta get another counter there. There's one. Same on both sides. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, a lot of different things. All right. Let's go to the top perception guy. Now, people could run who aren't engaged, or they could choose to stick around. I think, given that situation, we want to go for our highest perception here to try to run. Now, he's got to make an agility test to get out of here. He succeeds. He is gone. However, I still have to, that should have been his red dice. I still have to make a defense test against the two critters that are attacking me. And I'll be guarding, obviously, if I'm running. And I did not succeed. And my defense isn't very good. Given this guy's necro ability, I'm going to blow a luck. Reroll that big die. Oh, shit. I'll do it again. Okay, so that gives me a 3 defense against these. So I take 3 plus poisoned. I'm not going to make it. And 3 plus poisoned. If we're trying to run, I got to keep trying. Let's re-roll that. No, let's re-roll the power die. Because now that we've succeeded, we need to get more. Not good. Re-roll the power die. Hey! I block all the damage from each of them. Great. And I'm out of the fight. How do we record that? Well, I don't know. But these guys are still kicking around. Actually, he wasn't a 6. Okay. Those guys are kicking around. Now, this only lasts till the end of the fight, but it doesn't matter. They're going back to the deck. It's not an epic monster. All right. These two can run automatically. They lose their advantages. They're not advantages. They're kills by doing so. And I can get rid of these tokens. Because, I mean, I guess they could come back. But we've gotten 3 of the people out of the fight. Now we come over here. He's going to run. That'll be his red dice. This is how you should do it. He's got his green dice. He'll take a guard. Gives him a purple die. I don't remember. Oh, Berserk isn't... I may have counted that against him when I shouldn't have. That +2 is only in the first round. Okay. My red die, I succeed. I am out of there. I succeed. I prevent 5 damage from each. That stops everything. We're all out of there. Cool. We survive. However, there are some problems. First of all, put this somewhere. The Serpent Lord is still kicking around. I'm going to put him, I don't know where the hell to put him, over here and try to remember him. He's going to get a counter on the board where we are. Managed to get away. That's a no victor aspect of the game, except maybe it's this. So that's not clear to me. Adventures are removed from the fight or defeated maneuver. If all monsters have been removed, the party. If all the adventures have been removed, the victorious. If both sides are removed simultaneously, there's no victor. So if some people ran away, other people were killed. Okay. So we have lost this battle, which means the graveyard will go up to a 5. Not good. I thought we were going to get a no effect. We're still there. There's him. He's still got a void gate there. Since we didn't succeed, we can't try to dispel the void. We're going to need to rest with some of these characters. Oh, he's almost dead. However, this is not the place to be resting. So, on the next turn, this is not an exactly safe place. It's orange. The whole lake is not really, it's settlements, but not towns or whatever, one way or the other. However, it is probably safer than being here. So we can't force march them. Okay, so we will cautiously travel. Yep, these are gone too. Okay. We will cautiously travel to here. And there's not a whole hell of a lot we can do with cautious travel. So we'll draw a rest danger card. Okay. Stunted vile creatures arm themselves and muster for war in the filthy stone halls of the Goblin Fortress. That goes up to a 6. Rah-rah. 6 means we're getting close to boiling something over. Is that our first 6 on the board? I don't remember. I don't think so. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Now this has a 6, which means we're safe. It has a noose, which, you know, we'd be dealing against that if there was a noose here, but there isn't. We're almost gone. And that means we don't have any encounter, so we can discard this card. And we got away. It's not optimal. It might be safe to rest here. This guy doesn't come chasing after us. There's no special rules on him. He's just there in the graveyard making life hell and protecting a void gate, which is troublesome. So, I think we will rest. There's no reason for us to boldly rest. So we will continue to go cautiously. And keep these here. Oh, is anybody disturbed by this? He did not fail a recovery. He was not fatigued. I don't know if this happened. It's hard to keep track of, especially these weaknesses. Okay, but I don't see any of those. Great. Right then, so what do we do? Well, we do the rest actions, and the only ones we can really do are recover and improve. I don't think anybody has enough experience to improve. He lost the amount he had, so we start doing the recoveries. These are going to be against morale check unless they have something special. 9. He succeeds barely. That means that he will recover a full 9 hit points. That's pretty cool. Over here, morale of 6. Good morale is really good for recovery. Okay, he succeeds, so he gets actually, I don't know if you have to roll if you have nothing to recover. That's kind of not really worded here. You make a morale check to remove wounds. It's important for him because if he fails a recovery test, something bad happens. So I don't know if he had to roll that or not. This guy does have to roll. He's injured. So he may have to always roll when recovering, and I kind of chose that ability because, hey, I'm not going to get hurt. But okay, he does not succeed, which means he only gets 3 back, but we're not, I don't think we have luck to blow. So there we are. And that was 1 turn of resting. We probably need to rest again. We'll continue doing so cautiously. Well, if we get to Fishmonger Camp, we can't trade there or anything. We don't, I think, have the money to invest, do we? 9, 14, 23. We do have enough cash to invest and try to start making that closer to a town. But how valuable is that? I don't know. I don't feel like that's the best use of our money at this point. So let's rest for another turn. did not draw a danger card for this. I drew a danger card when I moved there. I didn't draw a danger card for resting. So let's draw our danger card first. Okay, the mystical energies in the void flow herald the approach of malevolent. My eyes don't work very well, and the script is hard for me to read. Invaders from beyond. Each space with a void gate goes up by 1. This will not advance the doom track, however. And that means this space goes up to a 6. And now we have to worry. Now, are we in a void gate? No. So it's a 3, which matches this. That means we exactly matched. That gives us the possibility of trying to hide. In which case, we will be doing perception tests. And there may be effects to this, but the perception tests allow, if we all succeed, we can reduce the value, we can increase the value of the card by 1, thus making it not an issue. Somebody failed, and he's not going to do anything about it. So we're going to face the monsters. First, we have an encounter. We're still in the lowlands. We haven't gotten out of there. We are outside, and I don't see a resolve immediately. So I'm going to put this here. And now this card says draw 5 more opponents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the danger of playing with a lot of characters, huh? Okay, a Night Witch has a summon and a curse, goes to the lowest morale. It's one of these two. A Vampire Thrall has Skirmish, which can start raising this. That'll go to lowest con. That is automatically 10. A Ghoul goes to lowest strength. That's one of these two. Is that the same as the Night Witch? Lowest morale, yeah. These two are the same. That's the drain ability. A Pale Knight Harbinger. What the fuck? That'll go to the lowest morale, which we had decided was those two again. And an Invisible Stalker who goes to the highest perception. Well, that's one of 3 people. Great. Okay, special abilities. And this is where it starts getting fatiguing, as you keep looking up this whole mass of monsters. Obviously, if you're playing with less people, it's a little easier to track all this stuff, all the different effects that are in play. We got an ambush arrival. Each adventurer must make a perception test. Any who fail become stunned until the end of the first round. Okay. There are abilities which make you immune to ambush. Perception. Okay, so he gets, and oops, we have rested. These are gone, which means his constitution is up. Oops. Okay, first character is stunned until the end of the first fight round. Second character is stunned until the first round. We're just so fucked. It's a tough game, I'm telling you. And maybe if you play it more seriously than I do and try to evaluate things and be on top of everything, it's a little bit easier. But yeah, I don't feel like it scales well in terms of. I don't feel like you have the capability to tinker. Yes, there are some rules that change your starting, maybe give you some more points starting or whatever. But I don't feel like there's really an ease factor in it the same way there is in, say, Mage Knight, where you can just dial down or up the danger. Yeah, everybody gets stunned. Great. So nobody's getting any power dice. I got to figure out what the hell to do with this. This one's going to give a curse. Curse gets to eat luck and make you demoralized. Great. Bravely takes them all on. Hey, he's got the shockwave, man. If he guards and does well, this could work out okay. So, who wants first shot? Of course, he also has his pistol, which is pretty nice. You really ought to give that to someone else, I guess. Okay. I don't get power dice, so it doesn't make much difference. This ignores a couple of points of armor, so I'm going to shoot at the heavily armored Pain Knight with him. That means he uses just 2 red dice, nothing else. And what are we looking at? Perception, probably. I think so. Yep. Okay, so I do 6 to the Pain Knight. -1 is 5. We came close. Oh, I forgot about this curse. We gotta roll the curse. A magic test? Yeah. Okay, we're fine. Okay. Now we go over here. Now he has the blunderbuss, which just does damage. It doesn't work against ghostly. And there we have one of those somewhere. I don't know what ghostly does other than that. When attacking the monster, your strength, agility, and perception are halved in terms of trying to hit. It's really something he hopes to kill with his shockwave, I guess. We'll drop that there. Get rid of these stunned markers because they were only for that. And using perception again? No. We're just using 2 dice. What are we going to hit? What do we want to kill? We want to kill this thing that summons. That's for sure. I don't think we can, but let's go for it. Because the more hits we get on it, the better. We do 4 to it. Now, I'd love for him to be able to jump in and do something, because he could grab one of them and all kind of great shit. But he doesn't get that opportunity. Instead, these guys both are assaulting. We are going to guard. So we get the green dice. It's not as much help as it might be, and we're going to do the shockwave and hope for a nice big roll. That's under our magic. But our magic's pretty good. Looks like we got it. Okay, so first of all, we dodge at 6, which is great. And we attack at 5. Nope, lowest single die. We attack at 1. So we went medium rolls. All right, so we got a bunch of damage to allocate. It didn't kill this. 5, but his armor comes in play. Didn't kill that. So far we killed nothing, and they're all going to come and attack us. Are any of them going to do a damn thing, though? I think pain is only if he hits. When you receive wounds, you make a contest. Otherwise, you become stunned. Last character here. Is that 1029? Shit, we're already. And I didn't get rid of his stunned. Gotta remember to get rid of those. He can do, as a quick action, he can poke somebody. And that doesn't change where he actually is, but it'll move him over on the next step. Return the card to your hand at the end of the fight. I get a bonus if I destroy somebody who has the poke on it, which is useful. So I would like to kill the summoning creature. That is the most important right now. And in order to do that, I get these 2 dice. I get to take a swing at it. I'll be assaulting it so that I get +1 damage. Yeah. This is a strength attack, so it's a 9. I'm pretty good. And I succeed. I do 5 damage to it, which is more than enough. I get this back. I get a point of luck. And I have killed the Night Witch, which is cool. Okay. Great. Well, that actually worked out pretty well so far, didn't it? Other abilities, nothing that takes effect. So we go to the next round. Let me get rid of this stone marker. Okay. Let's keep going. Now I got my Deadeye shot. I could reload, or I could smack him with the pistol, or with the rifle. The attack would be a strike with strength. If I do an assault with that, I get a power die. Let's see. What would I like to kill? Well, this is the hardest thing to kill. I would not like to kill that. This, I would love to kill, but with an armor of 3, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's going to take that thing out. It's got an attack of 6. It's pretty damn scary. This gets rid of 1 armor. I could shoot it. But that shockwave is so useful right now. And if I reload, I don't get to hit it anyway. So let's... oh, skirmisher. Forgot about the skirmisher. If this monster is alive at the end of a combat round and the danger level is less than 6, this goes up to 4, and he leaves. Okay. Well, it's easier now. Yeah. But the world's getting uglier. Skirmish is really a horrible effect. Okay. Well, that makes it easier. I'm going to go after the ghoul. We don't want that thing to strike. So I'll do my strength attack on him. I succeed. I do 5 damage to it. That kills it easily. Undead vermin doesn't mean anything for me. Great. Go over here. He doesn't have a particularly happy weapon at this point. I could go to him. That doesn't really help. Okay. He's going to schwack the invisible stalker with his tongue. He'll smack him with the soothsayer's head. Remember, that thing's ghostly. Jesus. Do I even want to kill this thing? Do I even want to aim at this thing? When attacking this monster, strength, agility, and perception are all have. That puts me to a 4. That's like unhittable. I could conceivably kill the Pain Knight, so let's go after that. I wish I could take the pistol and shoot him, but this guy has to hand it off. Okay, so that's a hit, 4 damage. That's 1 hit on him. That's enough to kill the Pain Knight. We made the right choice, right? No, we made the wrong choice. Damage is halved. We couldn't possibly hurt it. Okay, well, that was a waste. All right, over here. This is really good against the invisible stalker. This has a chance of hurting the Pain Knight. I definitely want to be in guard. Doesn't make a damn bit of difference which one I choose to use. I don't know why you'd use this unless you're very strong and don't have much perception and decide to start schlopping people with it. But you still need an agility of 7, so... I could kill the Pain Knight. I'm going to go for the Pain Knight. I'm guarding, and I'll shoot him with the pistol. Okay, I didn't roll doubles. That's the first thing to check. I did 5 points of damage with 3 armor. Make that 2 armor because this reduces it. I do kill him. However, I rolled an 11. Nope. I do 3 points of damage. I only do 1 point of damage. That still kills him. However, that 12 is no good. That is very bad. I'm out of luck. I guess I take a lot of damage. This 5 will cancel out the damage. I can't completely cancel this out, so I'm going to be taking the pain anyway. So I'll just cancel this damage out, and I end up taking 6 hits. Puts me up to a 9. Ouch. And I take the pain effect as well, which is I have to make a contest. If I fail, I become stunned until the end of my next turn. Probably not that big a deal. We were stunned before. Okay. But I got a kill. And I'm still alive. Everybody has gone except our big guy. Well, great. I'll provoke it. Maybe I can kill it. And at the very least, I'm the last person to go, so. Okay. Provoking it means I get to attack with half my strength, which is a 5. I do extra damage. I can't think of anything else that happens here. I do not hit, which is a pity, but I take him onto me. And actually my provoke goes away now, right? No, it stays on. Okay. But that means we hit another round, and people have chances to do things. This is hard to kill, though. It was easier over here where the shockwaves could kill it. Okay, well, he's scary ghosty. So the provoke means he comes over here, and I think it stays there, right? Yeah. So unless somebody else provokes it, it's going to stay on me. Great. That may not be the optimal situation. Who's best at killing it? Who wants to take the shot? He wants experience, so he will go last. So we'll start over here. Well, this doesn't work against Ghostly, so I guess I'll just slap it. And I'll do so in assault mode. I have an agility of 4 against it. Yep, that's not going to work. Great. Next. Here. Do I want to reload or do? Yeah, no. Do I? Oh, his weapon doesn't work against Ghostly. That's why it's a big deal. This just ignores armor. I don't see any real advantage to doing anything else, so I'm going to punch. I'm going to hit him with the arquebus. That's an attack of 4. Not good enough. Okay, and that was an assault. I might as well assault to get an extra die in here. I am going to shoot him with the pistol. Yeah, it was easier to hit while I could hit him with magic. In this case, it's perception. Perception is one of the things that's screwed up, right? By Ghostly. I hope so. Yep. Which means I need a 4. Oh, almost. Can I subtract 1? No. Okay. That brings us over here, where attack of 5 is pretty tough. I do have the armor, but I want to guard. My attack is a 5. No. My defense works. It defends 4 plus the armor. I am not hurt, but we get to keep going. And that means we just keep going through it. I'm going to back away and come back with, you know, the assessment after they kill it. Maybe a little earlier. I did not dodge it. However, since I'm on guard, it's been a couple of rounds, but since I'm on guard, my 4 counts against it, and then I have my +2 armor. So I don't take damage from it, but my strength did hit, and I do 3 points to it. Hey, I do kill it. Awesome. And I think I get another point of luck. Yep. Cool. That's working out pretty well. And now I assess the points. He gets 3, 5 experience, and 2 gold. And a fairly good chance of getting a loot, which he does get. It's a bastard sword. It is heavy. I can't carry it along with my other things. It's got an attack, strength, and melee. Roll an additional power die when you attack with this item if you're wielding it in both hands. You know what's weird? Yeah, okay. Roll an additional power die. That's the same as this. Does it have any special requirement? This has a requirement of strength of 7. This of 8. This has a strength requirement of 7 as a two-handed weapon. We have somebody who can carry this. I'm going to give it to him. It's a little better than schwacking people with the arquebus. Not much. And let's take the shots off, because we're reloading while we're looting, right? So that's that. Over here, he gets 3 experience and 3 gold, because he got the best of the things. And a quick roll on the loot table. Hey, he gets a loot. He gets a stagecoach ticket. If you're bold and in an actual town, not just a settlement, in the lowlands, you can discard this card to hire a stagecoach. You place each willing member of your party on any road or any location connected to a road, and then end the map action phase. That's pretty damn useful. We could drive, I don't know, there are no roads down here in the swamp that I see. But you could, you know, take a ride on the reading. I don't know. I'm having trouble seeing roads now. So this is a road. It's the things surrounded by purple, right? I guess. This is a road. This is a road. This is a road. So we can get down to the burning lakes with that. And we are in the lowlands, but we're not in a town. This might be our quickest way to get where we're going. Sounds appealing. Definitely worth considering. And then this guy over here, he gets 1 of each. And has to roll a 1 to succeed, which he doesn't. I don't think anybody got any morale otherwise. Who the hell knows? I'm fatigued as hell. I don't feel like we've gotten very far, but it's one of the things with the game is, you know, you move a space or two. I remember we played at the off at the game store, and the first time we got pretty far. The second time, though, I mean, we completed it in a few hours. The second time, and maybe, did we play 3 times? We basically blundered almost no distance at all. In this case, there's something we have to do still. The lowlands encounter. Hey, we found the stagecoach. It is a trapped stagecoach. Okay. Your enemies were stalking a small group of travelers whose stagecoach is trapped in the mud. We can help them to shift the wheels, ignore them, or slaughter them and plunder the coach. Well, boy. We're kind of hurt, so I'm going to help them. Each adventurer in the party becomes detained and may attempt a strength loss. If at least one adventurer succeeds, we reduce the bounty level. Plus, we don't want to, rob the stagecoach that we're going to use. So, we look for detained markers. That means we have to rest next time. Okay, I'm not finding. Well, I'll come back with them right in front of me on the back of the fatigues. And if at least one person gets the strength, we reduce the bounty level. He's got a strength of 9. That sounds pretty good. He succeeds, so that's going to go down to a 2. And we're going to stack some of those cards and take a bit of a rest here and load this one up.